Going on YouTube, Cloverbell's here back with another Scarlet Violet video, and today we're going to be spotlighting everyone's favorite Gen 1 pseudo legendary in Dragonite. Growing up, played red and blue, of course, and once we got to see Dragonite in the game, we went crazy. I was like 6 years old or something like that. So, Dragonite, here's the thing. Dragonite does a lot of damage. You can see the base attack 134, inner focus, a great ability, can't get intimidated, can't get flinched, super important. The bulk is solid. Which is very good in terms of, being able to survive a lot of hits from a lot of different Pokemon. It lost Chien-Pao. That's the one thing I will always mention. Basically before that, you could always just spam Choice Band, Extreme Speed with Terra Normal, and one-shot a lot of different things because you had Chien-Pao next to it, thanks to Sword of Ruin. So Chien-Pao's gone, but once upon a time, there was a format where there was no Chien-Pao before it was released, and Dragonite still did the same stuff, and it did very, very well. So even though Chien-Pao is gone, okay, Dragonite can still do tons of damage with the Choice Band, and that's exactly what we want out of our Dragonite here. Just do tons of damage overall. You can have moves like Outrage, which again, 120 nuke, no Intimidate with the band is going to do a lot of damage. It can one-shot more things than Extreme Speed, and then from there, just 2 coverage moves that you can always consider. We'll talk about those in a second, but this is always going to be a staple amongst the Dragonite set if you go with the Choice Band. Or even if you do like an Assault Vest set, you can even do this, where again, you're going to take some bulk, survive Moonblast and stuff like, Primarina or a Sylveon for that matter, or even Meteor Beam from a Glimmora. You can always take care of that if you really want to, but at the end of the day, you could just go for raw damage, not care about Tailwind, not care about Trick Room, and just click the E-Speed Nuke Delete button and just one-shot things. Now, how do we want to support this? I'm going to give you 2 cores, and they're both pretty good. I was testing them, and of course, we're using good Pokemon here, so it's going to be solid overall. But here's what I want to do. I always like to go for the Fantasy cores and the Fire, Water, Grass core anytime I want to consider building with the Dragon type here. So, that being said, I'm just going to go with the patented Talonflame, Primarina, and Gholdengo core. This is one of the best cores right now in regulationH. If you did not want to play Mouseholtz, or if you didn't want to play Arceladon Rain, I would just recommend a core like this. And look what we got here. We've got Dragonite, Primarina, Gholdengo, Dragon, Fairy, Steel. We also got a Fire type. We've got a Water type at the same time. This is why Primarina is so good. It can fulfill 2 of those cores within 1 slot. Now give me a Grass type. So I can do Amoonguss. This will give me my Trick Room matchup. This will give me redirection support for a lot of different things, especially Gholdengo if you want to go the Nasty Plot direction. And then I need one more option here. How about the Dragon, Fairy, Steel, Fire, Water? Okay, how about the last slot here? So we got our core, but I like something with Talonflame and Gholdengo a lot, and that is something called Glimmora here. That is the pre-evolution form. Here we go. Glimmora really good with Talonflame and Gholdengo. You can just go straight hyper offense and do tons of damage early on, maybe poison things, and then put everything in range for Dragonite to just clean up in the back, with the E-Speed stuff. So you can definitely do something like this, and it's going to be very aggressive early on. This is one type of core that I decided to use, and I like it a lot. You don't always have to play Dondozo with Dragonite stuff. You could just do something like this, and it still totally works just fine here. So, in terms of the rest of the team, how about Talonflame here? So, Flame Body, will change that obviously to Gale Wings, and we'll do Covert Cloak stuff, okay? Tailwind, Brave Bird, Taunt, so good, and Will-O-Wisp. I think Taunt is like an MVP item on the Talonflame, denying potential setup and redirection. It's just really good. You can deny another Amoonguss for that matter. This one, we can go Liquid Voice, of course, on our Primarina. We're going to go Throat Spray, and then after that, pretty standard set with the Hyper Voice, Moonblast, Haze, and of course Protect over here. So we'll settle for that. We'll go Grass Nature here, and then the Gholdengo. You know what? On something like this, all right. So I'm gonna give you 2 Gholdengo sets. I'll give you the Life Orb set first. I think Life Orb Gholdengo is very good. And then Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot, and then Protect, right? Because we have the Amoonguss here, we can afford the Nasty Plot setup. Otherwise, if there was no Amoonguss, if I were to play it differently, then I would just go Choice Specs and then just go like a super speedy Gholdengo. Otherwise, this is just going to be our modest, slower, bulkier set. Then over here with the Amoonguss Regenerator, Citrus Berry Recovery. You can even do Rocky Helmet if you so choose. But, you know, Rage Powder, Spore, Pollen Puff, and then Protect, right? You can do this. You don't need Clear Smog here. We're going to have Haze on the Primarina anyway, so it's still fine. I like Water. You can even do something like this. You can even do Terra Fairy and redirect the super effective Dragon move away from Dragonite. So that also works. Otherwise, you can also just consider Terra Water. That's still like solid overall. Then the Glimmora, obviously here, Meteor Beam. I love Glimmora this format. I've had a lot of success with it. It's just so good in terms of its coverage and what it can give you. Sludge Bomb, of course, Meteor Beam, you know, with the power. Earth Power is also really strong after +1, and then Spiky Shield at the end of the day. All right, but this is it. This is the open team sheet, all right? This is how we decided to build Dragonite, and if you look at it on paper, you've got a matchup into Trick Room. You've got your Dondozo matchup here. Mouse Ape you can kind of deal with, especially, you know, with Primarina, Gholdengo, Talonflame. You could burn the Annihilate if it doesn't have Terra Fire. You can nuke it with the Extreme Sweep. Get rid of the Mouse Hold. If they go Terra Ghost, that's fine. Then they're susceptible to Gholdengo. That's also totally fine. And then at the end of the day, you know, Archeladon matchup, you have a Glimmora here. You do have a Gholdengo at the same time. So you can definitely manage. And you even have a D-Knight here at, you know, all things considered. So you can force it, go Terra Grass, and then you're kind of chilling from there. But where is the size spam matchup? Okay, I got you right here. You see Dragonite? Remember this move? Ice Spinner? Yup, we're bringing that back. So you get to blow up terrain. And then from there, they don't get to click the size spam button. They have to switch out their Indeedee if it still survives. But other than that, you know, this is what we're going to do. Remove terrain, and then we're fine. And then after that, some coverage from Dragonite. You could go Aerial Ace. Okay, you can definitely consider that. Or you can go something like Terra Blast, and then go like Terra Flying here. You can do a set like that. I think that's also okay if you want to do that. But if not, then you can go back to Terra Normal and do Aerial Ace, or you can also go for coverage here in Stomping Tantrum. I like Stomping Tantrum. Just, again, good ground coverage. Helps a lot sometimes into the Incin, Archeladon stuff. So I do like the ground coverage here. I think this is a very standard set from Dragonite. If you want the Aerial Ace, you can definitely do the Aerial Ace. It's still also okay. All right. So after this, how do we want to do EV spreads? So we'll keep things pretty simple with this kind of squad. So Dragonite, you know, under Tailwind, I just want to outspeed Dragapult. So let's just go to 107. I think that's always pretty easy to do. And then just go max attack, of course. Get as much value as you can from the choice band. After that, just put 1 point in the bulk and dump the rest here into HP. So this way we have a decent amount of investment here. You can even, you know, redistribute this elsewhere and put a little bit more in your bulk stats over here. If you do have a damage calc in mind, but, you know, just for something quick and easy to test on ladder, this is just an easy spread to do overall. Talonflame, same thing. We'll go a Jolly set here. Max speed, of course. 1 point in every single bulk stat. And then we'll just dump the rest into attack like this. Primarina, if you've watched our EV optimization video, you already know what kind of set we're going to do with the Primarina. We're going to go modest here. We'll go 60 investments. So this way, after Tailwind, we can outspeed Dondozo. Max Adamant Dondozo. And haze it first before it gets to attack. We'll survive Rillaboom, grassy terrain stuff. So we'll do something like this. And then after that, we'll go to the second bump here in special attack stat. And then the rest just goes left over here in special defense. Gholdengo. All right, we got Modest Nature here. 156 investment. All right. You know, again, just trying to... This does a couple things. This will survive. This will outspeed max speed instant if people are still doing that. But at the same time, it'll speed creep things that want to outspeed Pelipper. Okay, usually they go to about 120 for that. But I can even extend it and just go about 156 investment. But that being said, you can also make this a little bit slower. But again, I just put 156. I think it was still like totally fine. After that, some Life Orb optimization. You always want to end in a 9. So this way you can undercut the threshold in terms of your chip damage that you're taking per turn. So this way, you know, if you have 190, you're taking 19 points of chip per turn because 1/10 of 190 is 19. But if you undercut that by 1, now it's 18.9, which rounds down to 18. There is no rounding up in Pokemon. Everything always rounds down, okay? Pokemon is not so forgiving in that sense. All right, so we undercut it by 1. We cheat the system by having as much HP as possible, but still having the same Life Orb tick. So for example, if I were to put this to 182, or 183, that's still 18 chip, okay? But I just wasted 6 HP. Why not just push it to 189, have 6 more HP, and still only take 18 points of damage? You see what I mean? So you always want to undercut that by 1, at least when you're first testing. Dump the rest in bulk, put the rest in special attack. It works out because this is the second benchmark anyway in the special attacking stat. You see how you go from 185 to 187, right? There's our EV bump. And again, if you don't know what EV bumps are, make sure you watch our previous videos, that explain what are EV bumps. Very fundamental skill to understanding creating EV spreads like this, like what I did with Primarina as well. So if you don't want to watch it, you can also reply in the video asking what are EV bumps, and I will still respond to you, and hopefully my definition will make it clear to you so that you understand how to create EV spreads for Pokemon. All right, so comment what are EV bumps and I will respond to you. Amoonguss, again, the Shroom, same thing here. We'll make it super bulky. Again, relaxed nature with 0 speed investment. Let's go to 220 HP, optimize the berry, hit the second bump here in the defense, dump the rest here in special defense. Bulky mushroom is all I need. Glimmora here, modest. Okay, let's go to 180 investments. I think this is good also. Outspeed Timid Pelipper, I think is always important. Then we'll go second bump here in the special attacking stat. Let's go 1 point more because of the power herb, multiplier. I don't want to have an odd number here. I always want to have an even number. So I pushed it ahead by 1 point. Then we'll go to 176. This is okay for Rillaboom Grassy Terrain recovery. And then after that, it's just leftover EVs. I'll just split it evenly between defense and special defense. That's it. And again, very easy general EV spreads here that you can easily just use and jump onto the ladder and test it out and see how it performs. All right, so this is our first Dragonite core. So let's look at a couple games and see how it does. Okay, so this is a Sneasler team, right? He's got the Rillaboom stuff, so this is probably like Unburdened shenanigans with Grassy Seed, for example, getting a defense boost. I like that way of building Sneasler. He's got Incineroar, and then he's got Gholdengo, Amoonguss Gholdengo, also pretty solid. He's got the Blood Moon there. I don't really know what that's supposed to do here, but, maybe he wants it for the Trick Room matchup. There's no Trick Room setter, so, I don't really like playing Blood Moon like that, but to each their own. Anyway, I can start out very aggressively, because I have the speed advantage on my side. He's going to go Amoonguss Gholdengo. He wants to set up. I'm going to go Talonflame Glimmora here. So here's an easy thing to do. We can taunt the Amoonguss. Don't have to worry about redirection or Spore. Start off strong with Earth Power. We outspeed the Gholdengo, so that's important. All right, he Thunderbolts. That's fine. That might be specs. But here we go. We have the faster Gholdengo. I'm sure he goes Instant. Yeah, I figured, right? So maybe thinking we Shadow Ball there. But again, just straight Earth Power into Instant. He has to do that. And then we just go for the free Nasty Plot, right? So that's a free essential there. And then he Pollen Puffs. That's a good play from the Amoonguss. I'm not going to lie. So he goes into Rillaboom here. That's totally fine. But now look at this. This is just a free Meteor Beam into Instant. And then after that, he had to choose, whether you fake out Glimmora. Either way, I'm getting a free Nasty Plot. That means no Throat Chop there. And then he pretty much just surrenders. So I don't know what he was trying to do there, but that was just not the way to start. But Glimmora just creates so much pressure and space because, again, what really helped us there was the Talonflame Taunt. Taunt is so good on Talonflame. Denying stuff like that from Amoonguss, so this way Glimmora doesn't have to Terra to ignore it. We get to preserve it, and then from there, that's what created that position for us. Okay, this is another Blood Moon team, and it's another Blood Moon team without Trick Room. Please stop playing Blood Moon without Trick Room. I think it's not correct. I mean, obviously, if you're like a really good player, you can kind of manage and make it work. But, you want to give yourself some good tools to make sure that the Pokemon that you want to build around can thrive, right? And because I don't see any Trick Room here, I don't have any problem with something like this. He does have Whimsicott, but again, we have a lot of tools against what he has. T-Tar is good. I like T-Tar Sand stuff here. I could imagine Safety Goggles somewhere on one of these mods. There is a Clefable there, but overall, we have enough. Again, Talonflame and Glimmora is how I want to start. Glimmora looks really good against a lot of what he has. There's a Rotom and Clefable. Again, an easy taunt in that Clefable. Stop, follow me, and stop Thunder Wave. He Hydro Pumps the Talonflame. So he ignores the Glimmora, which means this is a free Meteor Beam, but I missed. So there goes that. So free turn for him to kill my Talonflame. But there's the E-Waves. That's still okay, because at the end of the day, I get to nuke the Rotom. And then at the same time, I can Nasty Plot here. Clefable can only click an attack, and that doesn't matter into Glimmora. He doesn't get the drop, so I'm still a plus. And now this is just an easy make it rain. And look, we have good bulk here. The Rotom just doesn't have enough. All right, we remove the Clefable and the Rotom altogether. So now he has only 2 options left in the back. Gholdengo still +1. Ursaluna comes out, and so does Tyranitar. This is still fine because Tyranitar gives me the special defense boost. So all I want to do is preserve the Gholdengo first. All right, Earth Power the T-Tar, deals some good chip damage into it. He was going for the Gholdengo. And then this is straight Blood Moon into Glimmora. But again, we resist and we have the Sand. So that helps us a lot. So thank you, Tyranitar, for giving me the Sand. Now we click Earth Power there. And now Make It Rain. Again, just removes everything. And that's pretty much it, okay? All we had to do is just get enough chip to make sure that Make It Rain was going to do enough and finish the game off for us. Alright, so this is that Hydreigon team that we actually featured in a video previously. I don't know if it's the same spreads that we made or if it's a rental that the creator made, Reiki / Jonzu and whatnot. So let's see. Anyway, he's gonna go Clefable and he's gonna go Gholdengo. Very interesting lead. Again, it's still it's a good lead. It's actually one of the staple leads. But again, you taunt the Clefable like we did before, deny it of setup, and then just Shadow Ball the Gholdengo, take it out. Well, there you go. There goes your Gholdengo. See, fast Gholdengo is good. And after that, you just taunt the Hydreigon here, and then again, just wait. Hold on, I forgot. I want to change the set. No, that's wrong. Okay, so we'll borrow the same chord that we did previously. We'll just do Dragonite, Gholdengo, Talonflame, Glimmora. Now you add Dondozo Tatsugiri, okay? So this is a very simple spread for Dondozo. Max speed Adamant, second bump in the Adamant nature, and then dump the rest in special defense. Order up Wave Crash, substitute here at Dondozo so you can't get intimidated, and at the same time you can stall the Trick Room matchup a little bit because you don't have the Amoonguss anymore. Tatsugiri also pretty standard. Draco Meteor, Muddy Water, Icy Wind, Speed Control, Sleep Talk, again, just in case. But Scarf will let you outspeed, with Icy Wind stuff. Now, because of this, I opted to just go Choice Specs Gholdengo here with Trick. That also will help you in some of those Trick Room matchups. And then just raw speed and damage. And sometimes, fast Gholdengo gives you confidence in the mirror matchup. You can just Shadow Ball the other Gholdengo, maybe force a Terra, and then they're not Ghost anymore. And then Dragonite could even pick them up if Gholdengo can't do that already. So very easy Dozo Glimmora set, with the Dragonite back engine. So you can even play it like this, and I will make this available. So now let's test this squad out and see how it does. Okay, this is that same Hydreigon team that we featured in our other video. We created spreads for that ourselves, just in case they didn't make it public. Shout outs to Mr. Jonathan Zuniga and Reiki. Not Reiki, I think it was just Jonathan. So we'll see if they use our spreads or if they use their spreads, but no way of finding out. But again, you don't have to bring Dondozo to something like this, right? I do see the Clefable, I see the Hydreigon. Talonflame is going to be important here, believe it or not, because of taunt potential, okay? So this is how I want to lead. I want to go Talonflame first, and then we'll also go Gholdengo. They go Clefable, Gholdengo, same thing. You saw it in the previous test game. Just taunt this thing, and then you're kind of free. Stop the redirection. Again, Shadow Ball, take out the Gholdengo, no Terra coming out, free kill, and then there's no Thunder Wave. So free turn for us. Hydreigon, stop that from setting up. Taunt that thing, right? And, he wants the Talonflame instead of Gholdengo. That's fine. That means free damage into Clefable. That's a 2-hit KO. Moonblast, Talonflame lives. So we're chilling here. He goes into Tauros. Still fine. Again, now I go for the Tailwind just in case Talonflame goes down this turn. The Tauros lives. So good calc there. Gholdengo drops. So he ignores Talonflame there. But that's still fine. Gholdengo did its job. Now we go into Glimmora. He goes Aqua Jet Talonflame. So be it. I go for a Meteor Beam here. I could have taken out the Tauros. I miss. Okay, so, I can't imagine, the miss there. But we get a miss too, so, it's only fair. But we still have Tailwind here. Here comes Dragonite. Guess what? Dragonite is clicking to make sure this Hydreigon is wiped out. Again, just, Sludge Bomb to pick up the Tauros. But Ice Spinner just absolutely annihilates the Hydreigon. Alright, I did not need to Terra Normal. I just did that for the flex. Okay, and now Glimmora is +1. Dragonite finishes everything off there. There's the Follow Me. Does not matter. Good night, Clefable. And, of course, good night, Tauros. And that's pretty much it. It was a 6-turn game. But the difference maker, again, was the Talonflame taunt. Dragonite came in the back and finished the job. Okay, this is a Quaquaval team here. So he's got Incin, Rillaboom, again, Whimsicott, Gholdengo, Farigiraf there. So very interesting team. This Quaquaval was actually Moxie. So again, that was something that was interesting. Anyway, he's going to go Whimsicott here. There's Gholdengo. That's fine. Talonflame comes out, and here comes Glimmora yet again. I love this lead. Guess what? Brave Bird Priority beats Talon Whimsicott there. So no Tailwind for you. That's fine. And then he takes out my Talonflame again. But again, I got the better deal there. Earth Power into Glimmora looks good. From Glimmora. Now I go into my own Gholdengo, and he can't fake me out. And I'm sure I have the faster Gholdengo. That's why he did this. Okay, fake out into Glimmora. I get to set poison. Right, so that's cool for me. And here's a free Shadow Ball into the Rillaboom slot. I thought he might try and switch that out there. So that's actually a 2-hit KO there. So we can always pin that slot. There's the Quaquaval. He goes Aqua Step, removes my Glimmora. Good damage there. Shout outs to Quaquaval there. But then again, more spiky, more spikes. I could have even taken out Rillaboom there. He goes U-turn. All right, I wanted to see Quaquaval's bulk there. Gholdengo comes back out. But this is still fine, right? Because again, guess what we have? We've got Dragonite, we've got E-Speed, okay? And, he can protect, but I know I have the faster Gholdengo because I am Timid 252. Okay, there we go. Goodbye. See how good fast Choice Specs Gholdengo is? The game is over, all right? He has nothing else. Rillaboom comes in, takes the poison. Doesn't really matter at this point. He fakes out an inner focus Pokemon. Not sure why I did that. But again, easy E-Speed. Maybe he had to guess if I was multi-scale. So I respect that. But at the end of the day, Toxic is just able to win here. And he actually just gives me the KO. So a very, very kind opponent here. But again, fast Gholdengo, but also Talonflame nuking that Whimsicott was important. Talonflame, low-key MVP here. All right, this is a much better Farigiraf team. I'm sorry, Blood Moon Ursaluna. He's got a Farigiraf there to help it set up. So I like this more. He's got a random Dragonite, though. So that I don't like. But at the end of the day, it's still okay. I'd much rather see Arkeladin there. Like, tell me why we have Pelipper and then we have Dragonite in place. Wouldn't this make more sense with an Arkeladin? That's just me though. Anyway, I look at this team. I see no Haze. I see no way of dealing Dondozo. So this is a good game to bring Dondozo in the end game, as long as we can deal early enough pressure with our other options. So here we go. Talonflame Glimmora yet again. He goes Incin. All right, and then there is Dragonite there. So from here, this is easy. Terra Flying Dragonite going for Violence here. Helping Hand Incin. I just noticed that. But I'm going for Tailwind first. Meteor Beam comes out. We connect this time. Good night, Incin. Thanks for coming. And D-Knight goes for Terra Blast. Now, I did read this wrong. I did not have my coffee yet. I thought he had Tailwind. I thought the Dragonite went for Tailwind for some reason. So you'll see like an interesting double protect here. I could have easily went for Wave Crash there. That's why he did that switch into Rillaboom there. But yeah, that's just my bad. I thought he had the Tailwind. That's just me not being awake here. But that's still fine. Now we can go into Tatsugiri. We can go Terra Grass. We can nuke this Ursaluna if we want. If he switches, he dies. We pick up the Dragonite. So there it is. And even if Rillaboom went for the Grass move, it's fine. We resist. But he goes for the Bug move, which is good. But that doesn't do much damage anyway. Now he goes into D-Knight, and now he goes back into Rillaboom, which again, we're fine with because we have a Glimmora in the back. It's just all about removing this Dragonite. And again, this was okay because I wanted to protect against the fake out there. A little bit more recovery. I didn't want to die to Dragonite immediately. And now he can't do that. Now he just removed the D-Knight. And now Rillaboom, even if he wanted to go for like U-turn stuff, it's just not enough. So Dondozo in the end game, able to overwhelm him. He has nothing for it. And that was it. So very easy end game for us. All right, so there's the first pace again. It's our balanced D-Knight. I call it D-Knight HO with Talonflame, Gholdengo, Glimmora stuff. Amoonguss there for a little bit of redirection support and balance and healing just in general. But yeah, if you like this version of D-Knight, give this one a go. Otherwise, you have the Dondozo variant, with Talonflame, Gholdengo, and Choice Specs Gholdengo. Again, the faster Gholdengo is always going to be key here. So I do like this a lot. But at the end of the day, two solid teams for Dragonite. Let me know what you think of Dragonite and Regulation H. And again, if you want to build your own team and you need a little bit of help and not sure what to go to, in terms of direction, feel free to go with us and, sign up for coaching on the channel. If you look in the video description below or in the pinned comment section, there is a link to join the channel with the tier 3 sub, and that gets you a one-on-one team building session with me. If you need a team for ladder, a tournament, or the upcoming regionals in Baltimore, we've got you covered. Sign up and then we'll coordinate a one-on-one Discord call. We'll get you the team that you need the way you want it, you know, with optimized EVs for the given meta right now, you know, just something like this. And then from there, you get to test it out, and, you know, we'll make adjustments as we go. All right, so sign up for coaching. But other than that, you can join the Discord. That's free. Check the link in the video description. You can even message me. That's also free, of course. But yeah, we'll be back with another video in the next one. Peace out and have a good one.